What's up, y'all? Back here again with another video. Hold on, this beat go hard. What? But nah, y'all, for real. What's up? How y'all been? Like, it's good to see y'all again. But sure, as you guys can tell by the title, you know what this video is gonna be about. Just giving y'all a few, few advice tips about not rushing to be an adult. But if this is your very first time tuning into our channel, go ahead and like this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you tap the bell so you can always be notified when the nation uploads. All right, let's go. All right, y'all, but just giving y'all a few advice tips tonight on adulting. Y'all, if you're young, teenage stage, do not, and I repeat, do not rush to be an adult. I mean, yes, being an adult has its perks, you get to make your own decisions, all that good stuff, but stay a child or stay, as young as long as you can, because y'all, being an adult is not what all the talk is about. Like, it's just not, y'all. But on a real note, I'm gonna give y'all a little story. I guess I'm gonna add a little story time in here and give y'all a little background on my becoming adult, becoming adult phase and stage and everything. So here we go. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let's start for real. Okay, so my little story time when for me becoming an adult, well, for me, when I was ready to make my own decisions and wanting to do my own things, I guess some can say I became just a tad bit rebellious. I'm not gonna say I grew up in the church, but I went to church a lot, growing up. Yeah. So, basically for most of my life, basically, it was what the church says, that's what you do. What you want to do don't matter. To me, that's what my perception of it was. But when I became the age of, I'll say about 17, 18, 19, I kind of just, I just wanted to do my own thing, make my own decisions. And, I started, just doing whatever I wanted to do. I didn't go buck wild, nothing like that. I just wanted to, I felt like I wasn't really myself. So I wanted to do things, that I felt was me becoming myself. Like, I have a tattoo. I'm not going to show it to you guys. It's on my back under my shirt. But, I have a tattoo. That was, to me, that was one of my first, that was what triggered the point of me making the steps to become an adult. Not saying getting a tattoo, not saying that get I don't know why I can't talk, but not saying, you getting a tattoo is, oh, you're an adult now, but getting that tattoo was honestly the first real adult decision I had ever made in my life. So, but yeah, getting that tattoo it triggered something in me to be like, you made this decision, why don't you go out and make a lot more decisions, so not too long after that, I went out and I purchased my first car. First car was a 2016 Hyundai Veloster. It only had about 7,000 miles on there. You know, that was my first big girl purchase, and I was so happy about the car. Like, it was well worth it, you know. It's totaled up to be about 14 grand. Basically, y'all, don't try to rush to be an adult. Like, stay young, stay a kid. Like, yes, again, I know I've probably said it a million times already, being an adult has its perks, but stay a child while you can. Like, don't rush into it. You know, I had to learn the hard way. You know, I bought my first car at 21. No, 22. Yeah, I bought my first car at 22. It was a 2016 Hyundai Veloster, and I was so excited, y'all. I was ecstatic about this car. It was black. It was a 3-door sports car. Like, I loved it. But, you know, to this day, I'm not going to say that was a wrong decision, because to me it wasn't. But that decision, you know, showed me a lot. You know, the car ended up being almost $15,000. And right now, you know, I have about $1,500 left to pay off on it. Not to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not to gloat or anything like that, but I mean, you know, that to me, that was my first adulting decision that I did, to buy my own car. You know, I didn't really, yes, it's used, but it was barely used. Like, I didn't like want the whole hand-me-down cars and all that type of stuff. I wanted something that I got on my own to say, you know, I did this. This is my adulting thing. This is the very first thing that I can say as a young adult that I've accomplished and I've done by myself. But yeah, y'all, like, when I lived with my folks, I guess you can say I was the rebellious one. Like, when I got to, you know, right before I hit my 20s, you know, I was kind of just ready to do my own thing, kind of make my own decisions, not, you know, being forced to be in this cult, or just being forced to do things that in my heart wasn't for me. But, you know, but yeah. Now, the car, that was my very first thing. The very first thing that, you know, I was extremely proud of as an adult. And then from then and there, you know, when I got my own apartment, you know, just a lot of different things transpire. So what I'm trying to get at is, yes, being an adult has its perks, you know. Get you a car. Y'all, if nobody ever told y'all this, I'm about to tell you now. Adulting is a trap. It's a trap, y'all. Like, dead serious. Adulting is definitely a trap. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it has its perks. You know, you get to make your own decisions and do things that adults do, all that. But slow down. Don't rush to be an adult. You know, like, yeah. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I got stuff, you know, written out. You know, I had stuff to say, but as it's like flowing in my head, it's like, I kind of just speak what's on my heart about not rushing to be an adult. Y'all, stay young is young. Stay young, don't rush to be an adult. When you become an adult, y'all, you got bills, you gotta get up and go to work every day, even sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to go to work, not because I don't want to do the job, but sometimes, you know, I'm just tired because I overwork myself. Like, some people go to work, give it 50%. I go to work, give it almost 200%. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot that plays into being an adult. You know, like me, I just made my I just hit 23. Just made 23 years old. Married at 22. I've been married almost 8 months now. Me and my husband moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. That's where we're living at now. Now, as an adult, Even as a married couple, you got bills. We have a little bit of debt. But thing I will say, do not pile up debt, because becoming an adult, and then especially like when it gets to the time for you to, meet your significant other and get married, having a lot of debt, that's not really the best thing to do. Like, I don't know. When you become an adult, man, you got bills. You gotta go to work. Half the time you don't want to go to work, but you go because you gotta make money to pay the bills. It's like, simple as that. But for real, y'all, stay young as long as possible. Because once you get into this world, I'm not even gonna lie, some people will chew you up and spit you out. Like, it's almost like you're a needle in a haystack. You're hard to find. You have to make something of yourself, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, what am I trying to say? Don't rush to be an adult. Stay young as long as possible. You got your whole life ahead of you. Like, what's the point of rushing, to be an adult? Like, I'm not gonna say I rushed to be an adult, but I made adulting decisions at ages where I shouldn't have made them, and that basically made me grow up a bit faster than I should have. I'm not gonna say I regret those decisions, because those decisions have, forced me to change my perspective, on life, on just a lot of things. For example, with budgeting, I suck at budgeting, you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here in front. I'm horrible with budgeting. Like, my husband will tell you, he actually does the budgeting. So, but sometimes, growing up or even as an adult, you won't have all the answers. That's why I feel like you should stay young as long as possible. That way you can learn more, you can adapt. But yes, you're gonna have to become an adult, because you have to learn and make your own decisions, on your own. Like, your parents aren't gonna do everything for you. They can try to, but in the long run, that's not gonna do nothing but hurt you.